I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we're diving into a wonderful book. It is called The Unconquerable Star. It's written by a terrific author. Her name is Noelle McCorriston. This thrilling sequel to The Unconquerable Dust takes us on an interplanetary journey where good battles evil, and the power of God and Christian values are tested against the backdrop of an impending cosmic war. We're delighted to have this wonderfully talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank the team at Atticus Publishing for helping us put her in the spotlight today, and we ask viewers like you to support authors like her by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing her amazing book. The links are beneath this interview. Noelle, thanks so much for joining us here today on Spotlight.
Thank you. It's good to be here. Nice to be with you, Logan, and looking forward to spending the time.
I'm looking forward to talking to you about your amazing book as well. Very inspired, no doubt. It's a sequel to The Unconquerable Dust. Let's talk about where The Unconquerable Star picks up. Tell us a little bit about that story. Give us an overview, if you would.
Well, the Unconquerable Star kind of picks up at the end of the Unconquerable Dust, so it does stand on its own, so you don't need to read both books unless you choose to. The Unconquerable Star basically is a story of a change of heart of people who hate. It kind of carries a war that has a good outcome. Its main characters are basically heroes, and they're kind of wonderful to spend time with. Other than that, I don't know what else I can tell you
Yeah.
about the two books or about the
Yeah.
beginning of the Star.
Absolutely. Well, they're unique stories, they're original stories. Let's talk a little bit about the concept of Blackfires and their unique abilities. Tell us about those.
Well, the Blackfers are a race of really cruel people who enjoy war and creating mayhem, and they hold rituals of things they have to go through when they're born, so they either become slaves or become part of the society. It is they are the uh, I don't know how to put it, the conflict with the star planet and the star planet's peoples, the Donatoners, and they do um, go to war with the Donatoners, and they do lose the war and change their aspect of being, and it is a very positive ending, and I think it is a very positive story overall.
Yeah, absolutely. It is a positive story. And first and foremost, of course, is your wonderful character of Dust and his powerful sonar abilities. Tell us a little bit about Dust.
Well, Dust actually, his character was a dog of mine, called Dust, of course. Uh, his character is an eagle bat cross combination mutant, and he does have very incredible powers with his sonar. Um, to understand all that he can do, basically, I would request that you read the books
Yeah,
rather than try to describe everything that he can do with his sonar, but it's pretty
exactly.
incredible what he can do.
But he's a great character, no doubt, and very original with his sonar capabilities as well. In the book, of course, there's a theme of good versus evil. I think this is where the Christian values come in as well. Tell us a little bit about crafting the plot and what you hope that readers will take away from it.
Well, I'm hoping readers will find a belief in God the Father and in his son Jesus and in the Holy Spirit. And that is one of the main themes of the book is to find that kind of belief. Um, and in the book I'm writing right now, it's called The Unconquerable Silk, and It is actually is kind of her journey is taking their beliefs to other planets, which is the end of the series. I that's kind of where I'm going with it, but that it is the actual beginning book of the series instead of the end, even though it's being written now.
Mhm.
Um,
So it's kind of a prequel. It's what happens beforehand.
um, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
wonderful,
it is.
wonderful.
Yes.
Another intriguing character in your books, and we're glad there's going to be three of them because this is a wonderful series. I think your readers will love having a trilogy, is the role of Princess Silk. She helps lead the fight against the Blackfires. Tell us a little bit about her.
Well, Silk is a Donatoner. She is a princess. She is Queen Star's daughter, of course, and Ambassador Hamlet's daughter. Um, she is a pretty amazing character. Uh, she, um, I don't know how to describe her actually. She's a donor toner, so she
Mhm.
is made of water.
Yep.
Um, she can fly. She has wings, and they're built similar to a human, only about 2/3 or a third of the size of a human being.
Mhm.
They're not, I wouldn't class her as an angel,
Right.
but that might give you some idea of what she kind of looks like,
Yeah.
only in water form.
Oh, have you envisioned this as a series of movies or films or even a TV series?
I kind of thought they might be something that's viable for that, but I haven't had anyone approach me on that kind of thing with the books yet. But I've always, from the time I wrote them, I've always kind of seen them in movie form because the characters are so different, and the story is, I think, unique in some ways. So, yeah, yeah, I do see that, and I'm hoping something that comes of it in the future.
I think it would be great. I mean, I think it's a unique world that you've created here with wonderful characters and unique challenges. So I think it would lend itself to the big or small screen very, very well. And I think, what was your favorite part about writing these books? Let me ask you that.
Um, it's hard to pick a favorite part. I think when my belief in God and that comes through, I think is one of my favorite parts. Um, when Dusk gets rescued, that's one of my favorite parts. And when Silk gets rescued in her story, um, as far as the Unconquerable Star goes, I think maybe the scene with Highlander and Dust when they have to protect the um, the big ship that doesn't have any weapons on it. I think that's one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
An important scene also is when Maggie Mushu's failure and subsequent flight impact the story. Tell us a little bit what happens there with Maggie.
Well, Maggie is the leader of seven to start with, and then five because two of her warriors do pass away. Um, so she leads these five, and they go through getting away from the rescue team to being found and choosing amnesty, which is rare um, for the Blackfires. They don't usually. Maggie Mushu's group is actually the first to ever uh, include amnesty in something of their future. They would more apt to take their lives rather than do that. But they do choose amnesty, and then their story goes on to where they actually do turn their people around to believing in the Donatoners' way of life, which is peaceful, and in God and in Jesus and in the Holy Spirit.
But wonderful themes, wonderful messages, wonderful values throughout this book. The name of the book is The Unconquerable Star. It is written by Noelle McCorriston. It is a thrilling sequel to the book. The Unconquerable Dust. It takes us on an interplanetary journey where good battles evil and the power of God and Christian values are tested against the backdrop of an impending cosmic war. It's a thrilling adventure. It's a whole new world that Noelle has created here. And the good news is there's actually 3 books. The Unconquerable Dust, The Unconquerable Star, and a 3rd book, which will be a prequel, is forthcoming. Noelle, thank you so much for joining us here today on Spotlight.
Thank you for having me. It's been a wonderful journey to spend time with you, and I appreciate it very much, Logan.
Well,
so thank you again.
I enjoyed our time together. I enjoyed our conversation. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time until next time on Spotlight.